Hey guys, my name is Ansley Hornaday, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I've learned in our education course and what I think my struggles are going to be as a teacher and how I plan on using technology in my classroom. So, two of the main things that I've learned overall about teaching from this course is number one, that teaching is a calling, it's not a job. So it's not this normal like 9 to 5 job that like you can just clock in and clock out. Teaching is kind of like being a mom. Like I've heard moms talk about, like it's really like a never-ending job. When you're a teacher, you're not just a teacher, you're also a student, because you want to continue your education and continue growing to better yourself for your students. So I have learned that teaching is not just a job, but it is in fact a calling, and it is something you need to love. Like it's not something you should just do because you need a profession or you need a degree or you need to have a job. Like it's important that you love this job, and so I'm super excited because I love kids. I think it's also taught me that kids spend more time in the classroom than really they do with their own parents, especially if their parents both work full-time jobs. Then kids are spending a lot of time like with us as teachers. So it's really important that you love them like very well, and that you are compassionate towards them, and that you do your job well so they feel encouraged and super excited to come and to learn. Teachers impact kids so much. They're basically raising the next generation. Like as a teacher, you have a big influence on how they're gonna act when they're older. Like kids, their brain is developing when they're young, and so it's really important that teachers have a calling, not just a job, right? The second thing that I feel like I've really learned throughout this course is that teaching is a balance. I remember when we were first learning about the different styles of teaching, I think it was like a disciplinarian, an authoritarian, and you need to learn like which one you're gonna be. And it's important that you need to be disciplined, like you need to have structure for your kids, because structure is really important for like brain development and security and comfortableness among you and your students. But it's also important to make them feel loved and to make them feel like excited about learning and coming to your class, and you want them to look forward to coming to your class, but also they need to know that there are rules that we have to follow. And so there's a balance of learning how to do that well, which is something I'm super excited about, like getting to implement in my own classroom. I am a very young person, and I've babysat for a lot of different people, and that's even something like a rule that I've had to use when babysitting. Like I want the kids to love me and I want them to want to see me, but at the same time, like there are rules we have to follow. So yeah, I think my biggest struggle in teaching is going to be not overdoing it religiously. I'm very passionate about the Lord, very passionate about his love for me and his love for my future students. And so I think it's going to be really hard for me to learn how to love the kids in a godly manner and to reach out to them in a godly way, but not be overly religious, because I know there are certain rules that we have to follow, and I'm not allowed to like say Jesus or like quote scripture, but I do want to be able to learn how to implement different godly strategies where I'm not breaking any rules, and so that's like a balance. As far as technology goes, I am not tech savvy. That's probably been the hardest part of this whole course that we've been taking. I am super not tech savvy. I'm super excited to have great technologies at my fingertips, like Quiz, or I think it's Booklet, Kahoot. Like there's many different technologies I'm super excited to use, and I'm super excited that a lot of them, are really good for beginners, because I am in fact a beginner. I'm gonna have to learn how to use all of these, but for one of our assignments, like creating our own little quizzes and assignments, those was really fun. And so I'm super excited to be able to use those for my future students and my future kiddos. So yeah, I really enjoyed this course, and I'm so thankful for what it taught me.